My favorite food is probably a nice filet cut of beef, a good steak that you didn't need any kind of sauce onto. You just eat it medium rare. That was one of the best things on earth. Absolutely. My favorite book, I like to read. There's a lot of good books, but probably my favorite throughout the test of time was Catch-22. It was just so well written, and Joseph Keller, and it was just always one of my favorite books. I loved it. My favorite movie has to be probably Clockwork Orange. It's just an amazing piece of cinema, although it's violent and nasty and all that. And I have enjoyed A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles movie, A Hard Day's Night. That was always one of sort of like a Groucho Marx movie for me, you know. My favorite spectator sports, you mean besides sex? Would have to be. Stop, maybe you've heard these jokes. Well, FSU football, absolutely. I loved FSU football. We went to many of the games when we were there, Chris and Steve and I, and enjoyed, saw some of the most intense football games, and FSU football, absolutely. Okay. My favorite hobby had to be chess, playing chess. It was one of my favorite games, and it would be a hobby, that's right. So, chess.
What do you like about it?
Chess was, you could take it anywhere, you know, it was a nice game. Most people knew how to play it. And I got fairly good at it, although there was always somebody who could come along and just stomp you, you know. So, but the chess was one of those games where you had to sit down and think, and you lost yourself in the game. Everything else, you were in the here and now of the game. My favorite saying is, every day is a gift, because that turned out to be very true to me. As the saying goes, they call the past, and the future, but they call the present, it's a present, because it's a present that you get, and every day is a gift. I always thought that was clever, but it just turned out to be true, especially at the end, but even more so. But all through my life, I realized that every day was a gift, and you have to live your life accordingly. You just have to. My favorite piece of advice to give somebody would just have to be themselves and bring that out more than anything else. Whatever it is, whatever endeavor that you're in, music, sports, you have to find out what makes you special, you different, you unique in that endeavor, and bring that out. In my case, in the music. I had to play Ron Johnson music, you know, and other people can't play that. So. Staying positive is also very important. It's very something that I've lived by, especially, actually, to be honest with you, just my last couple of years have I learned to really incorporate that. I mean, that's one of those things where it's easy to say, but can you really do it? But if you really do it, and you make it part of your kind of self-religion thing that you have, you know, then it actually works.